Welcome back to the dungeon where we geek out on all things horror, thriller, mystery, and suspense. And tonight is Thursday, March 5th. And we appreciate everybody who listened to our rants and our fight. Yeah, the last episode. Joey, have you gotten your blood pressure back down yet?
No, that movie's still a piece of my soul is dead, and she'll never recover. And I have very little soul left to give. So
Yeah, I have no soul. I know. I have a heart, but it's black. So.
Oh, whatever. You were like fucking bawling when I was making fun of your movie last week. You were like,
no, I was. I was
and you're the guy
that we got. You finally broke your spirit.
And you're the guy that posts pictures of cat videos all the time. Like, fuck, what are you talking about? You got no soul and you got a black heart. Fuck you, Mr. Post cat videos all the time. Jesus Christ.
If I had
you're
a
like
cat,
the typical.
I name her Lucifer.
What are you talking about? You have a cat.
Actually, I don't. I have two.
Really?
Well, they're not my dogs, but it's my roommate's two dogs. Yeah, if I had a cat, these two dogs would rip it apart.
Oh. Okay.
But
so you're just that weirdo that posts pictures of cats without having a cat.
But I used to foster. I used to foster kittens a lot back when I was able to. But I did have a cat. Yeah, I mean, I like dogs and everything, but cats are more they're more my spirit animal because it's like they just lay around. They take naps all the time. It's like, yeah, I am so there. Yep, I understand you, cat. We understand each other.
Yeah, I could just see you lying in a beam of light, batting a ball of string. I could totally see you doing that.
Tan in my belly.
Yes.
Well, anyway, we're gonna. Well, I don't know if this episode is gonna draw some people or draw some ire or what is it, but we'll get into it a little bit. So, evidently we're not getting Terrifier 4 this year. I don't know. It's Damien Leone put out I guess a press release or statement or whatever with all the bullshit and misinformation going out there. He has confirmed that Terrifier 4 is going to be the last movie in the series.
Good.
The franchise, unless somebody else, I guess, wants to pick up and do something like a movie or something like that. Yeah, just don't put them out in space. Just don't.
Just beating a dead horse at this point.
But yeah, he's still working on the damn script, and they're going to start filming this spring. So I doubt very much it's going to have an October release this year. We may have to. I think we're going to have to wait until another year if they're going to keep the October, first weekend in October release schedule tradition. So, God, still, I see when shit like that happens. The first thing I think is, God damn, I hope I'm still alive by then. Jesus, because I don't want to leave without knowing what happened with Art, and yeah, and he also confirmed that you are going to find out the origins of Art the clown, evidently. So.
That'll be your unfinished business if you die. You'll be like Casper. You can't cross over because you're like,
I'm gonna haunt the goddamn theaters to.
I have to figure out what happened to Art the clown.
I gotta go. I gotta know what happened before my soul gets cast down to hell.
I thought you just said you had no soul.
You
told me earlier you had no soul.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my spirit will go down to hell.
You're like Casper. It's your unfinished business. You can't cross over until you find out what happens to Art the clown.
Yeah. And some other, eh, it's it's bad news, but it's not. I personally I don't think it's bad as some of these clickbait bitches are casting it out to be. Bruce Campbell um, put out a statement. I think it was on his Instagram that he has been diagnosed with cancer, and he's having to cancel a lot of the upcoming conventions and appearances that he's was scheduled for, just to he has to take care of this. Now these click, I'm seeing, and everybody's picking this news story up, but a lot of them they're focusing on Bruce Campbell has been announced as he's been diagnosed with incurable cancer. Okay, if people actually read his damn statement, he didn't specify what type of cancer, uh, but he did say that he has incurable but treatable cancer. Okay, now again, I don't know what kind of cancer he has, but me being a two-time cancer survivor, I I think I have some leg to stand on to be able to comment on this. Um, yeah, he's probably have to go in. Most likely, what's going to happen is he has to go in and get a whole shit ton of chemo and or radiation, whatever his oncologist says. Um, but it's one of these things that he'll have cancer for the rest of his life, basically. But he may have to, every once in a while go in, however long, every 4 months, every 6 months, once a year, whatever, to get what's called a maintenance uh, type chemo. So he specified, yeah, it's incurable, but it's treatable. Okay, so basically, he's able to. The doctors are able to treat this. That it just keeps whatever it is from not coming back. So when you get right down to it, when Bruce Campbell dies, he he most likely will not die from cancer. He'll most likely die with cancer, if that makes sense. Cancer will most likely not be the reason that he leaves this realm. So
We just fucking bring down the mood.
yeah. So, but anyway, it kind of pissed me off because all these all the people that were running with this news story was, they were focusing on the incurable cancer. And a lot of people, they don't bother to read the article. They just read the damn headlines and that's it. And that's the breadth of the story that they walk away with. And I want to point out and focus like, okay, yeah, he has cancer, but it's treatable. It's, he's able to fight it. He's able to keep it at bay, that type of thing. So it's not all doom and gloom. Oh, he's going to die in 2 months. Now watch. Now that I said that, he'll die next week. Jesus Christ. Why do I do this?
You just cursed Bruce Campbell. I'll blame you forever.
But anyway. So yeah, fuck cancer. Yeah. And while we're at it, fuck ice. No, don't you get in the political stuff. You keep your hair away from my politics. Okay.
I have no fucking clue what you just said.
That's called a good segue. And I'm not talking about the two-wheeled stupid thing, bicycle thing that they have right now.
Well, now I want to segue.
Nah, it's a segue. See, I thought about this. I thought about this little segue of before we like whatever day I told you. Okay, this is the topic we're doing. Because
yesterday.
Oh yeah, yesterday. Because we had to figure out. Well, I had to figure out what whose turn it was to come up with something. But anyway, Well, shit. Now you made me lose my train of thought. See, I'm old. You can't be doing that to me, Joey.
That's not hard. You lose your train of thought all the time. You're like, ooh, something shiny. You're like that dog from Up, for fuck's sake.
Squirrel, squirrel. No, yeah. Well, we're going to talk about politics in horror movies.
I thought we were talking about porn in horror movies. That's what I fucking made a list on.
Porn?
Yeah.
Oh, we could do that too.
No, we're talking about political. We're gonna make America great again.
Oh God.
I got my mega hat on. Where we pronounce it? I got my mega hat on.
Maga. You got a
Mega.
maggot? You got a
Yeah,
maggot, Howard?
no. I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make America great again. That's what I'm gonna do.
What, shouldn't you be making Canada great again?
No, go DJT. He's my hero.
Dude,
No,
you better be fucking trolling me.
DJT. He's a real American hero. He deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. Look at all the peace that he's creating. Go
Yeah.
Trump.
I'm sure the Iranians are really loving that piece of
Yep.
shit. He's a useful idiot.
Yep. I'm gonna make America great again.
Oh, God. Well, hey, yeah, Pete. Well, yeah, I've seen this on social media shit. Like, as soon as people start talking about politics or any kind of social political type of statement or opinion, it's like keep your politics out of whatever. Keep your politics out of music. Uh, no, obviously, those people never listen to Rage Against the Machine. Um, or keep your politics out of our movies and telling actors and musicians, yeah, keep politics out of your book, right? And our politics out of our movies and horror. And so, yeah, it's like, all right, let's talk about politics in horror movies because, I mean, let's face it. I mean, some really good horror movies it's just that. It's about the what they call the carnage candy. I want to see some blood. I want to see some gore. I want to see people get chopped up. And if you could throw in some tits and ass in there too, that just sweetens the pot. So, and that's all the movies are, and they're entertaining. I enjoy those movies. But some of the great classics, uh, they have some kind of political message to them or underlining tone, and it's horror movies are just a way of entertainment and art to be able to express and I guess you know uh, talk about the political and social commentaries of that time of the day that it was made. Yeah. Okay, so let me tell you, since this is our list, I'm going to come up with five. Joey has five, and I think we only have one crossover. So between the two of us, there's your top 10. And as I always do with our top 10 lists, these lists is according to us, not you. So if there's a movie on here that you think should be on here, or there's a movie that's not on here, and you get back to it, tough shit.
Say that again in English.
I thought that was in English.
No, that was fucking gibberish.
Oh, that was a manganese.
Have you been drinking?
Yeah, I'm drinking. It's the only way I could get through this thing. But I could tell you, there are two types of movies. There are two movies that are not on this list just because they're so blatantly obvious. It's like, no, duh. You're not going to see or hear any Purge movies on here.
Fuck that. That's on my list.
What?
Fuck yeah, it is.
No, you got to come up with something else then. Because pretty much any Purge movie is.
Oh, fuck that. I love those movies.
Okay, well, okay, put it on your list then.
That's right. My list. Would you just say, go fuck yourself? That's what I'm gonna say.
And you're not gonna find any Jordan Peele movies on here too. Okay.
That I don't have.
And pretty much Get Out is the only good Jordan Peele movie that's worth a damn. All the other ones suck. We're losing listeners left and right. I just felt in the force in my black heart and soul that's not there anymore. I just felt like three listeners leave. So we're down to two.
Is it just the dogs?
What is it?
Is it just the dogs? That's it? They're the last ones listening?
The dog?
Yeah, the dogs. Your neighbor's dogs. That's it. Never mind. You're old. You got
Yeah,
distracted.
I'm old.
Keep
Yeah,
going.
I'm squirrel. Sorry. I got all these screens in front of me. I'm so distracted. Oh, yeah. All right. So no well, if Joey wants to put a Purge movie in there, go ahead.
Fuck yeah, Joey's doing it.
But no Jordan Peele movies. That's pretty obvious. Foregone
Try to
conclusion.
try to stop me.
Somebody stop me. All right. Okay. And I don't have any honorable mentions. I just, yeah. All right. So, you ready, Joey?
Board ready.
Born ready. So you got your five maggot movies on your list.
Yes.
Yeah, like the long walk was done in your neck of the woods, Joey. This movie was done in my neck of the woods. And I have at number five, Angry Black Girl and Her Monster. This is basically the best way I could describe it is a version of Frankenstein. It is about a black girl, a teenage black girl, and she is very angry. And she's basically her brother is killed by I'm going to say like it was a drive-by shooting or something, but it was some gang-related type of thing. Um, so she's really smart. Uh, so she thinks she has come up with a way to bring the dead back to life. So she goes about and she accomplishes this, and she brings her brother back to life. And so her brother now, as this pseudo Frankenstein thing, goes around and starts killing people. But the it's more social commentary is just basically the plight and the upbringing and just the shit environment that American African Americans or blacks, I don't know what the politically correct term that they go by anymore, but black people uh, that has to just the thumb that they have to constantly fight to get from under. So yeah, so if you want it's more of a social commentary, I think it leans on more on social rather than political. But if you're interested in representation of the life of uh, American Black society or Black demographics, Black demographics, check out Angry Black Girl and Her Monster. All right, Joey.
Never heard of this movie.
It's a good one, which is probably why you never heard of it.
All I do is listen to good movies or watch good movies. That's what I do.
You watch good B movies.
Yeah. I also watch real movies.
Oh,
I can't remember one that I watched recently that was a real movie, but still, I'm a real boy. Um, my number five
You a good boy.
is
You a good boy, Joey.
oh fuck that movie.
I'm gonna
My
I'm gonna trigger you every once in a while.
my
I'm gonna keep inserting the term "good boy" and throughout every
you know I can
episode from now on, just to fuck you up.
I can press this leave button on Zoom, right?
You wouldn't do that.
My number five, jackass, is came out the same year I was born, 1985, and that is The Stuff. For me, The Stuff is basically this social commentary, and it's kind of similar to another movie that'll be on my list, and everyone knows this has to be on the list. But The Stuff is definitely on the list because for me, it's such a critique of like American consumerism, basically how like people don't bother asking questions. What is this stuff we're consuming? They don't give a shit what it is. They literally, somebody finds shit bubbling out of the ground, decides to eat it because that's what you do, right? You obviously shit comes bubbling on the ground. You decide to taste it and you go, oh, this is really good. Let's market the shit out of this.
Or underneath
So,
the seat on the theaters. Yeah, I've done that.
so like, no one bothers to ask questions. They just start marketing to people, and then big surprise, it starts killing people. Like the stuff for me is it's one of those great movies. It's such a stupid movie. It's literally one of the stupidest movies ever. Like literally, something come bubbling up the ground. They decide to eat it. They're like, let's market this, and it's just such a take on consumerism, which is one thing you'll see a lot on my list. I feel like because I find that kind of funny how horror movies kind of have that central plot. But yeah, basically to me that's why this stuff lands on this list because it literally becomes this thing that they decide to market to people. People just eat, and no one gives a fuck. Like these companies don't give a fuck that they're just marketing this shit they found pretty much bubbling out of the ground, and people just consume it. They eat it, and no one bothers to ask a single fucking question. And for me, the stuff lands number five on the social commentary slash political list.
Alrighty. Yeah, that's not a very good business model. Killing your customers.
No.
Yeah. All right. Number four coming in is The Hunt. This I remember this. There was something that happened. I don't even. There's so much shit happening in this country. Not like Canada. That's everything so hunky dory. Um, but yeah, this movie was actually like pulled off the theater release thing because something happened. Probably some I don't know. Probably some shooting somewhere. That shit like that's happening every 2 or 3 days. Um, because of like the content of the movie or just the vibe of the movie. So this is basically the it is basically an us and them type of thing where the see I don't want to ascribe any names as like, well, these are the Republicans and these are the Democrat. You had one side of the spectrum that was being hunted down by the groups on the other side of the spectrum. I'll put it that way. And yeah, there's one woman on here that she's evidently the badass bitch. Uh, from she's like John Rambo. She's Jane Rambo, and she starts fucking up these people that are hunting her down, and it just total. It talks about the whole class type of thing, which is pretty obvious, and then just the political uh, sides of. one going against the other and one fighting the other one to the point where you're just hunting these people down for sport and killing them. So yeah, the hunt.
I have seen that movie.
It's pretty good.
That's one movie I have seen.
I
I
enjoyed
don't
it.
I don't really remember it that well. I think I saw it. I get it. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
hunting. I don't know. I was like, okay, I seen it. I'm done.
yeah.
But clearly you loved it.
Well, I liked it. I've only seen it once, and it was a while back. That's why my memory is kind of type of thing. But I did remember it for its just obvious, commentary on politics and class warfare and shit like that.
The one thing I remember from it is that Emma Roberts has like a cameo in it, and then you think like when you see Emma Roberts, you're like, oh, she's gonna be in the movie, and then she just gets like killed in like less than 5 minutes.
Yeah,
That was the one thing I did like about the movie. Where you're like, what the fuck? Emma Roberts is in it, and then what the fuck? Emma Roberts is dead.
she had a scheduling conflict.
Yeah, that was surprising. And then the fuck was his name too? I'm trying to remember his name. The guy that was in
Oh, you getting old
Smallville.
too?
No, the guy that was in Smallville and This Is Us and that
Oh,
Man
okay.
Tracker, that guy, Justin Hartley. Justin Hartley's also in it, and you figure, holy shit, Justin Hartley's in it, and then he gets killed also in 5 minutes, and you're like, what the shit?
Well, these people are busy. They're very popular. They're they're
I
they're
just
in demand.
I just thought it was funny how they had like two sort of names, and all of a sudden they're just like, bam. Turns out they're just cameos.
But did they get top billing?
I don't think they did.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like a surprise because it surprised the shit out of me when Emma Roberts was in it.
Uh,
All right, so we're doing political, and I'm making America great again.
great
my
at
number,
sucking. Great at
my.
sucking.
So you're saying that you, as an American, are really great at sucking?
No, my country that I live in is great at sucking and
Sucking what?
blowing.
Sucking and blowing what?
Trump's dick.
Well, according to South Park, it's a small dick. So
It's small. Yeah, I love that show.
So my number four, making America great again, is 1991's The People Under the Stairs.
Ah,
Well, you made that. That was a horrible sound. Are you dying?
no, it's like, yeah, that tracks.
Oh, of course it tracks. Like The People Under the Stairs is. I mean, I'm sure if people have seen it, hopefully they know what it's about. But it's basically like it's completely about the marginalization of minorities. It basically goes on the huge class difference, how you have like the rich white landlords that are just basically treating all of their tenants like shit, like garbage. They're evicting people left, right, and center. They don't care about it. They're like hoarding all this money. They're just like basically almost like Sheriff of Nottingham style. They're just like keeping all these people down. They're evicting all these people. And then it turns out basically they're sick and twisted. And as you know, they keep people hidden under the stairs and in the walls because they're just sick and twisted. But it really talks about the huge cultural divide. And it really focuses on how you had these slumlords that were basically just treating all the minorities. In this case, it is African Americans. They're treating them like crap. Like I say, they're fixing nothing. They're doing nothing for them, but they're just charging them all this rent. And when they can't pay the rent, they're just evicting them. They don't care. They're just keeping them down. Meanwhile, in their house, they're like overflowing with cash. They have a room just filled with cash. It all blows out at the end of the movie. And it just goes to show you the huge cultural divide in America at that time. And this is actually a movie, I know we talked about it. This is a movie that Jordan Peele, I know, wants to remake, has not remade yet. But this is one I know he definitely has set his sights on remaking because it does focus on that kind of that class disparity and a lot on racism.
All right, coming in at number three, is They Live. Classic. And I think, I don't know if this is true or not, but I got to go back and time it. But didn't this movie have the reputation of having like the longest fight scene
The
in
longest,
movie theater history at that time?
it was like the longest one take fight scene where it didn't stop, it just kept going.
Yeah. Look through these glasses. Fuck you. They're fighting over wearing a pair of glass sunglasses. Yeah, but good old Rowdy Roddy Piper, God rest his soul. Uh, I think he really could have made this was his most popular, most successful movie. But he's done some shitters too. But I think given a chance, he could have been another Dwayne Johnson. But yeah, the whole thing of subliminal messages, marketing, consumerism, uh, and then the the downtrodden rising up and the resistance fighting back against the man, and yeah, and of course the that iconic line, quite a few iconic. I have come to chew bubblegum. How does he say it? I don't even remember. Yeah, I'm old.
Uh,
Take it away, Joey.
I have come to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
I wonder if that line was scripted or if he improv that.
That was what he said on wrestling. And so he just took it from his wrestling days and incorporated it into the script.
Cool. Yeah, that was back. That was back when WWE was good, not the shit show that it is now. But yeah, my number three, They Live with Rowdy Roddy Piper.
That's it. That's all you got.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it.
That movie's a classic.
Yeah. And if anybody out there hasn't seen it, shame on them. It's been out for what? How many decades?
A long time.
Almost as long as me, as long as me. Almost as old as I am.
So my number three is I Broke Your Rules. I don't care. Because I like this one. For me, the third Purge film, The Purge election year. And I like this one because this is what took the Purge up the ante. Because this is where it's like they took it off the table. Where they're like, Kate, we're going after politicians because they want to erase the one politician who's looking to end the purge. So they literally changed the rules, changed the game completely, where it's like, okay, you can kill politicians now because they want to take this lady out of the game. And so for me, the purge election year, I think, really upped the ante, and it really made the stakes so high. Whereas the first Purge movie with Ethan Hawke, I'm not going to lie, it sucked because it only focused on one family. The second Purge movie was great. And if you know the history of the Purge movies, it's basically like how the director talked about how in America, all the media in America was always about violence and war and this and that. But he was in another country, he didn't see that on the news. When he was in the States, he was just flooded with shootings and stabbings and fights and all this stuff. And that's what prompted him to come up with this idea. And so I like that the Purge election year really does deal with somebody trying to end the Purge, and it really does deal with how the social class and how basically they've created the Purge to get rid of the homeless population and the underprivileged people and all the people that are bleeding society. And they're like, well, let's just come up with this night to kill them all because people are sick and twisted already. So let's kill off all these people. And in fact, then so somebody's trying to oppose us. Let's kill them off. So the Purge election year is a fantastic fucking film. I know you say no Purge films. Fuck you. The Purge election year is a great film because it really does deal with everything we've talked about. It's like in a nutshell. It's a fantastic film. They do get a little crazy. You know, the first Purge, it's good. It's okay. It kind of talks about that. Forever Purge is just, no, that's stupid. They took it too far. But the Purge election year, in my opinion, is perfect. I love that movie. It's a great movie.
All right. I'll allow that.
Good. I was gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. They should make now they should make see actually I haven't seen any of the Purge movies since the first beyond the first one, but yeah, you know
The first one was really bad. The second one was really good because it finally took it where we wanted to be on the streets. But the third, in my opinion, is the best.
yeah.
And
So
the first Purge is really good because it does show how they set it all up.
yeah,
But like they,
it's a good world building and set the
yeah,
scene.
it's a good prequel. But then the Forever Purge just took it a little bit too far. It is to me, it's you can just stop now. The TV show, the Purge TV show, is really good.
Okay. We said the purge may be we might have our own version of the purge here pretty soon. I don't know. All right, what number are we on? Oh, number two. Number two for me, I thought was a pretty interesting movie. Pretty the way they went about, making this uh, commentary, this social political commentary. They have a sequel to this movie, but I've not yet seen it. But it is The Platform. I think this is streaming on Netflix, and it's a Spanish movie. So I'm sorry. Yes, you're gonna have to read subtitles. I'm so sorry. But basically, The Platform is a it's a near future uh, prison system, and there are I think there are different levels. I mean, so there's this big tall building, and uh, there are different levels of prisoners in this prison, and there are two prisoners on each level. And I think there's like I don't remember, like 170 something, 150 levels. Okay, and there's this platform, and there's this big huge hole in the middle of the level that these two prisoners are on. And every day this platform gets lowered, and it has all kind. I mean, it talk about a feast. It has all kinds of food and desserts and drinks and everything. Luscious food, just mounds of it, all prepped and prepared. And they go behind, sort of like behind the scenes, and they show at the very top of this prison all this food being prepared, and it's all kind of like the menu type chefs and stuff like that. And so here's the thing: the platform only stays for so long. I think it's maybe like 2 minutes or so at each level. Well, the people on the upper levels of this prison, they have they got their cream of the crop. They got their choice of untainted all the food on that huge platform they have access to. So they start grabbing and hoarding it and eating it. And as the platform, and then the platform moves down, um, and it gets to the point where by the time the platform gets down to the lower levels, there's no food left. And there's I think there's so they stay at that particular level for so many days, I think. And then at some point they put the prisoners to sleep. They knock them out, some kind of like gas or something, like they just knock them flat out. And then they wake up again, and they're at a different level. You may your prisoner roommate, as it were, will be different. You're on a different level. You may wake up. One day you may be on level 40, and they knock you out, and you wake up again. You're on level 5. Ooh. Or maybe you've been on level 10 a while, and then they knock you out, and you wake up, and you're down on level 115. So you stay there for a few days, and then they knock you out again. You wake up and you're in at another level. Now here's the thing, and they point this out in the movie. When that platform starts out at the very top, there is enough food on that platform to feed everybody on all the levels, all the way down to level one. If everybody wouldn't be so greedy and gorging and hoarding things, and fuck the little guy, and all those people down in the lower platforms and lower levels, fuck them. We're getting what we deserve. We're getting what we want. But if only if all the prisoners on all the levels would just take what they need to survive that day, there is more than enough food to feed all of the levels, all the way down to the very bottom.
Okay. It sounds interesting. I would see that movie. So there you go.
Yeah.
I gave you credit. I would see that movie.
So I sold you on it.
I'm not gonna watch it, but I listened to you.
Well, you don't have to go out to the theater to see it. You just watch it on Netflix.
That's probably like American Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know.
For me, my number two is, and I know this is like what you basically said for yours. Mine is my number two is They Live because I love They Live. Like I said, when I mentioned to you before the start of the podcast, when we were talking, my picture on Horror Facts for the longest time was of Roddy Piper when he busts in wearing the shades with the shotgun, like came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum. But like I say, mine was like came here to write horror and chew bubble gum. So like They Live, I love They Live because just like kind of like when I was talking about the stuff, They Live is all about commercialism. It's literally like obey, consume, and it's just like hidden messages that are telling people to consume and do this and that. It's again all about commercialism. It's all about keeping people down. You can clearly sense a theme in all of my shit, which because when you hear my last one too. But yeah, it's all about commercialism. And literally, like I say, there's signs that obey. It's like these aliens that are just basically they're enslaving the human race. And it really does hit on the same thing, like how at the time that's how people felt, right? Like the only people who are wise to it are poor people and impoverished people, people who can't afford things, people who can't consume, people who can't buy all this shit because they don't have any money. And so, lo and behold, yeah, here comes in Rowdy Roddy Piper, right? And he's like the hero of the film because he is. He's like this drifter, this derelict who comes into town. He's got no fucking money. He lives in a dump, basically. He's poor, and it's all these poor people who can't buy things, and so they're not contributing to society. And that's also what it kind of looks on, right? It also kind of looks on a little bit of purge election year too, right? People who are considered uh, uh, unfavorable in the eyes of the public, right? It's these again poor people, and so I like it because it really does look on again commercialism, but it focuses on people who don't fit into that norm, right? Because they are poor and they can't afford these things, so they can't obey, they can't consume. And so I like the film. It's a fantastic movie. And Roddy Piper has made so many great films. So fuck you. Hell Comes to Frogtown is an amazing film. So I don't know what you're talking about. Roddy Piper is clear. First off, Roddy Piper is amazing. Roddy Piper
He is,
grew
yeah.
up.
He was a great
He
wrestler.
he grew up in Manitoba, where I'm from.
He was great at
So
what they call mic work.
yeah. So there you go. But I love They Live. It's a fantastic film, and I'm sure people have seen it, and people know the obey, right? Consume. They
Yep.
know that, and they know Roddy with the shades on, right? And they're holding the shotgun, and that's just a fucking classic scene. Love it, love it. John Nada. That's right. I just remember it hit me. John Nada. That was his name in the movie. It just hit me. So there you go. Boom. They Live.
All right. Now, down to the number one. Uh, for me, number one of top social political horror movies, whatever. Um, when I made this list, right off number one, write this down, was or is the night the original George A. Romero Night of the Living Dead. That was also filmed in my neck of the woods, although it was the neck of the woods when I was growing up. It was so good old Pittsburgh. Uh, yeah, there's some actually some local celebrities that are from Pittsburgh. You know, Bill Cardell. He has a cameo in there. For those of you in the Pittsburgh, Allegheny County area, if you're as old as me, you remember Billy Chili Cardell and his 11:30 show on Saturday nights. Um, yeah, but anyway, yeah, the whole and even George Romero had said this flat out. It's like, yeah, this is about the zombies represent, you know, the just the 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 brain dead. I guess these people are we are the zombies. We're the ones going through the motions, just uh, not thinking, not going in rational thought, no critical thinking. We're just a bunch of consuming, and we're eating ourselves basically. So and I forget exactly the way Romero put it, but yeah, the Night of the Living Dead. That was so if there's ever a social or political type movie in a horror genre, that 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 one is like one of the first ones, or at least one of the first ones that became real popular during the time. So Night of the Living Dead, my number one. Yeah,
So
I'm done.
you were close. Your number one was close. You just got you just got the time wrong, right? It shouldn't have been night.
You're gonna do the consumers and where they're in the mall.
It should have been Dawn of the Dead, the best
Dawn
zombie
of the
film of
Dead.
all time.
Uh,
Dawn of the Dead, the number one zombie film of all time. And yes, he has the theme of commercialism. Dawn of the Dead is fucking the best zombie movie ever made. I will die on this hill. I don't care what any of you people out there say in podcast land. I don't give a fuck. Come at me, bro. And I know you won't because you know Dawn of the Dead, the original one. Fuck Zack Snyder. The original one is the best zombie movie ever made. And yes, Dawn of the Dead, that commercialism. How basically how people are still flocked to zombies, even though they're dead, are still flocking to the mall. They're still flocking to the shit that they knew and that they were buying in life, and they're flocking there where you know humanity, what's left of humanity, takes up refuge in the mall to try and survive. But yet, all the zombies come into the mall because again, that's what they knew. They knew the mall. They lived in the mall. You gotta remember this is also like malls are in their heyday this time.
yeah,
And so everyone's again coming to this mall. And then it's funny because it kind of shows you how they were safe, they were good. But then you do have this group of people who basically also who fuck it up. Of course, one of them being fucking Tom Savini,
who's
the
also
biker.
from Pittsburgh. He's a
Yeah,
Pittsburgher. Yep.
the Tom Savini who's biker gang who fuck it all up. But it does kind of look at it. I just love the social commentary on again on commercialism, on consumerism, and I don't know. To me, I just find that really really funny. I think that's also why I really love Fight Club because Fight Club really does that too. How we talk about how we're so obsessed with all this shit. So I really like how they look at commercialism and how we're basically being enslaved to buy all this shit. Even in death with zombies, it's like we're still being enslaved to buy shit and consume shit and need shit we don't really fucking need. And I really like that. I really like that because a lot of times I'm a minimalist when it comes to shit. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I don't really need it. Shit doesn't mean anything to me. I don't want any more. I'll throw it away. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about stuff. It's just stuff. Hey, my first movie was the stuff. Hey, it's all coming full circle. But I really love Dawn of the Dead for that. How it's showing you even in death, it's like you still have this need to consume shit, and whether you say like whether it's human flesh or whatever, it's a need to consume and all that. So it all comes full circle. So commercialism for me is probably the biggest in these social political movies. And these are the movies I like too. And again, I gravitate towards them. Like I mentioned, also Fight Club, which is not horror, but it's a great fucking movie anyway. And I know you've seen it. And if you haven't seen it,
Yep.
what the fuck is wrong with you? Go watch Fight Club.
All right. So there you have it. Your top 10, according to us. We got 5 from me, 5 from Joey. There you go. So, yeah. And now that we come to near the end, we haven't done this in a while. I keep forgetting. Joey, you done anything fun recently?
Oh, fuck. My whole life is just super fun and animated being trapped in a dungeon here. I have such a
Oh, I
booming
know you
social
sneak out at night when I'm not here.
I have such a booming social life. Uh I don't know what the fuck I've no, it's been too fucking cold to do anything. You try to go out and it's cold as balls and cold as shit still here. Like I said, I went to Winnipeg fucking today and holy shit, I almost died coming home because of the fucking rain. It's raining. It's raining in the middle of fucking winter. Fuck that. So no, I haven't really done. You know what? The coolest thing I've done is I've started watching Resident Alien on Netflix. That's because I've been bundled up in the house. That's a good show. I like that show. Actually, it's
Resident
funny.
Alien.
It's
Okay.
funny. It's funny. I really like it. It's pretty much
Yeah.
it. That's all I've done for fun. Oh, I help my friend move.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Oh well.
There you go. That's all I've pretty much done. Nothing exciting. I'm boring.
Yeah. Well, I had a good week. I some friends of mine who are also into board game and stuff like that. They had they are part of the I guess the facilitators for a uh, gaming convention that goes on. It typically goes on November here in my neck of the woods, and then uh, the beginning of March, they go out to West North Carolina. It's about 2 or 3 hour, at least a 3 hour drive. So since they're one of the facilitators on of the con, they have to go out early and get all this shit set up and everything. So they go out and so I go over usually at this time of year, and I go over and I house sit. But they also have 4 cats, and I love cats. I love dogs too, but cats are my spirit animal. I think I said I don't remember if we said it on the cast or we said it while we were just bullshitting at the beginning before we try. So anyway, yeah, cats are my spirit animal. So yeah, I went over there and had some cat therapy. Me and the cats just hanging out, sleeping, napping, sunbathing and tanning our tummies, and that was a lot of fun. So that was a good distraction for all the shit that's going on and all the medical crap that I'm having to go through. So yeah, had my first day of cardiac rehab last week. That was fun. So I had 90 days of that shit. But the nurses are cute, so yeah.
Oh, so you got some male nurses?
Oh, fuck you. Yeah, now I just go in there and it's like, oh yeah, I'm just a sweet old man. I'm like,
Old men are the worst. Old men are pervy.
oh yeah, yeah.
Wow. Women, write all your hate mail and send all your hate. Please send all your hate mail to Thomas here.
I'm just an old sweet man. I'm not sure
Send him, please send him all your hate mail for these inappropriate comments. And I apologize for these terrible things that he is saying.
Should I keep that in the show?
Up to you, you pervy old bastard.
I mean, who's gonna hear it?
Again, all our female listeners, if we have any female listeners, probably not. Please send all your hate mail to Thomas Again, that is Thomas Horror Geek Dungeon, not me, because I'm not saying this terrible shit.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening, watching, downloading, whatever. The one of you sick fucks out there, they're probably that there's probably one sick fuck out there that probably held on to the very end. But yeah, so thank you to you. Um, yeah, go to Linktree/Horror Geek Dungeon. All of my social media links are right there. Got the Facebook, I got the Blue Sky, I got the whatever. What else do I have? Oh, I got the Patreon. Yeah, our new my new stalker that we talked about. What was it, last episode or the episode?
Two episodes ago.
Yeah, he hasn't left. He's still here. He's still following.
Oh,
He's still stalking me. So thank you.
good.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. So thank you so much. And with that, we bid you all adieu.
Bye, Felicia.
And fuck ice.
And make America great again.
Home Alone better not be on there.
How the hell is Home Alone a political movie?
Because that useless cunt Donald Trump is in it.
No, he's in Home Alone 2.
Oh, two is it?
He's lost in New York. Get your shit straight, son.
See, I never watched it, so I just seen the memes and there's some kind of a movement to get the image of Donald Trump removed from that movie. Go back
I
and
heard that.
digitally remove him from the movie. Yeah, put somebody else in there. Who what other assholes live in New York? Well, there's a lot of assholes in New York, but yeah. All right. I've been stolen long enough. Let's rip this band-aid off. My number five. I actually have a personal bias for this movie because it was filmed right here in my town. You know how The Long Run was filmed in your neck of the woods. This movie was filmed in my neck of the woods. It's called
Well, it was a long walk.
The Long Walk. What did I say?
The long run.
The Long Run. Well, yeah, nobody was okay. Let's try that again. I'll put that in the bloopers at the end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out. I don't know. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, hell, I've seen, and I've tried to stay away from news nowadays because it's just too damn depressing. Uh, to me, it's like just tell me when Donald Trump dies. That's all I care about. That's the only news I want to hear. And so wake me up when that happens. Okay, so because when that happens, I'm going to say this. Let's lose the other what uh, remaining 2 or 3 listeners we have. When I see, and here's another one. I hope I don't die before Donald Trump because I want to be alive to read the headlines. Because when I see that headline, I'm gonna print out. I'm gonna print out all the articles. I'm gonna laminate them. That's an important step. I'm gonna laminate all of them, and then I'm gonna jerk off to all of them because that shit's gonna be my new porn.
That took you to a weird place.
So, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, the news. Anytime I see the some of these news things, I read through the comments, and as people has been like, yeah, they need to be executed, and some people have gone far enough to go, yeah, public execution. Let's bring back public execution, and let's put it on pay per view. Like if someone uh some shithead rapes somebody, they're like, yeah, execute them, kill them, and this uh put it on pay per view because people are sick, they're demented. They'll pay to see that shit, and all the money that's collected from the pay per view, give it to the surviving family of the victim, or give it to the victim if the victim's still alive. But if it's somebody killed somebody, fine, kill them, public execution. So the mentality of some of these people that I see on social media has already started to go that side of things. So I don't know.